guys, EG here. So I'm headed out to get some lunch and explore a little bit. So I'll take you along with me and show you some of the streets in Perpignan. Walking along. I think it's about a mile I have to walk to get kind of towards the center of town. Interesting building. I'm getting towards like a park area or something, so I'm not sure what that is. Well, I figured out what it was. Palais des Congrès. So, this is cool. Apartments for rent. They have 765 euros a month for that lovely apartment, and 730 a month for that one. Gee, if only I could live here. Also, I'm going to show you this. What a cool building. Love that apartment building. Just tucked away here. Il pleut means it's raining, and that's the first view of the Castellet, a very famous landmark in Perpignan. It's raining, so I'm going to head back to the Airbnb because I don't really want to walk in this too much. I'm going to have to walk all the way back though, so it's good. It was a very good lunch. I'll talk about it more when I get home. Just have to do more video of this though. Again, department stores over there. Hey, hi, EG here, back from my exploration of the centre-ville and having my crêpe and nice walk there and back. Probably walked about, I looked at my steps, was about a mile 3/4 total round trip, so perfect walk for me. And so I'll be able to go down to the centre-ville quite a bit. This weekend we're supposed to have some rain, so probably won't, but maybe by Monday I'm gonna go. My next task is to explore coffee shops where I can hang out. I'd like to find a couple of places in town that I can just sit either inside or outside, because the weather should be getting warmer as the month goes on, and but places that I can just sit and enjoy and have something to drink and maybe some lunch, and hang out there for 3 hours even. That would be great to do a couple times a week. So I'm on the lookout for that. I have a couple of ideas to go to on Monday, so I'm going to do that. So I'm going to share with you now sorry, my little tripod is acting up. There we go. I'm going to share with you now some initial observations, shall we say, thoughts on things en France that I find interesting. Well, first of all, this doesn't just apply to France. This is in Europe in general. So I'm fascinated by the money here. So it's not hard to use if you're used to dollars and cents, because it's basically the same thing in euros. So a euro is like a dollar, and you have cents which equal up to a euro. So, but they don't have the same kind of bills and coins we do, in the sense that they have, I assume, a $100 bill, although I have not seen it. They have 100, possibly. They definitely have a 50, a 20, a 10, and a 5. There's nothing less than a €5 bill, which I find interesting, because of course we have $1 bills in the US. So here instead they have a €2 coin, a €1 coin, a 50 cent coin, and then down from there. They don't have a quarter. They have a 20 cent. They have a 10, a 5. I think they have a 2 and a 1. I have a oversupply, let's say, of coin because you use the 1 and the 2 euro coins a lot, just like you'd use like a dollar bill. And so I got tons of change, and I keep now trying to use it when I go to the market, or this, if I go to a patisserie or something like that, I want to use the coins as much as possible because I'm getting a big stack in my little change purse, and it's too much. So that's one observation. I don't know if it's better to have it the way they have it or not, to be honest. So don't get on me in the comments. I'm not criticizing it. I'm just noticing the difference and how it seems to result in getting a lot more coin. I'll keep you notified as to how I feel about it in future. The other observation I have, which again may not just be in France, it could be throughout Europe, where are the paper products, people? Where are the paper products? So if you go to the marché, there's toilet paper, plenty of toilet paper. There's some tissue, like Kleenex type thing, although in quality, neither of them stand up to the paper products in the US. And I know that people, if you've traveled in Europe, you already know this. But where are the paper towels? I know they must make them, but they're not at my marché. And I still have to go to some like larger stores that might have more variety, and hopefully they will have them. I don't have any in my Airbnb. There's no napkins, there's no paper towels. So every time I do something, I have to just go rinse off my hands because there's no towels. And I have to tell you, this is something I'm very spoiled about as an American. I am. I have to admit it. I'm spoiled. I like the paper towels. What can I say? You use them for all sorts of things. Use them to wipe your hands like a napkin. You use them to clean up messes. You use them to clean off things. Like, there's so many uses for paper towels. How can they not have too many of them? I know they must have them, but it's hard to find them. So this is another observation I'm making right now, is that I'm confused. I have to say it's probably an environmental reason why they're not using as many, they're not chewing through as many trees, so that's good for the environment, I agree. So again, don't jump on me in the comments. I'm just observing and kind of going into a little bit of culture shock over not having paper towels. And share with me your experience with that. If you're living in Europe, or you're, visiting for a long time and you've had the same issue. I think if you just come here as a tourist, you probably wouldn't even notice, because if you're just staying in hotels or something like that, you'd think, oh, I don't need paper towels. But there's no paper towels. Well, there are, but I can't find them. So that's another observation. Let's see, let's do 3. Let's do, anytime I do observations, let's do like 3 observations. Okay, so let me do another observation here, which is that there are no screens on the windows. There are no screens on windows. Mon Dieu, I don't understand. I don't like bugs in my place that I'm living. And so I have not been opening my door at all, because even though it's technically still winter here, there are bugs out there. I've seen flies, I've seen mosquitoes, because this is the south of France and they do get a lot of mosquitoes, I understand. So I have seen this, and I don't want them in where I'm staying. And fortunately, it's not hot yet. I mean, so I don't really need to open the window, or it's actually a sliding door. But I'm like, what the heck, people? Why are there no screens? Please, somebody explain it to me in the comments, why apparently in Europe there aren't screens, because I did not even think about that. Honestly, never even considered that was going to be an issue. So let me know if there are any countries that do have screens, because I will want to go there. I'm sorry. I have to say, this one I have to take a stand on. You know, I can be open-minded about the paper towels. I can be open-minded about the currency differences. I can get through all that. The screens thing, oh mon Dieu. And I don't know. I'm speechless. I'm speechless. I don't know. How did we start developing screens for Windows in the US and nobody else did it? Do they have screens in Canada? I think they do. Anyway, let me know the countries that you know of that use window screens or door screens, because I'm sorry, I don't understand this living with bugs thing. I don't like bugs. I'll tell you a quick story about that. Back when I was, I think I was doing bereavement counseling, this would have been 20 years ago, and I had a client that wanted me to come by and have dinner with her and her husband, and they had horses. They had like a little ranchette, I would call it. I guess they had about 5 acres. It wasn't real big, but she had horses. And I remember about their house that the windows were wide open and there were no screens. And guess what the house was full of? Flies everywhere. Flies everywhere. And I was so grossed out, I could barely eat, because while she's preparing it, I'm seeing them land on the chicken, the flies. And I just lost my appetite. So it was a tough thing to get through. And I have to say, I never said anything to her, of course. I wasn't going to offend her, but I didn't understand it. I was like, how do you just live with all these flies? You know, you watch movies about, 100 years ago, 200 years ago. You don't see flies in the movie, do you? No. So they're not very realistic, are they? Because you know what? Everything must have been frickin' covered with flies back then. So I have a real problem. And I'm coming clean here. I need to go to a 12-step meeting for people who hate bugs in their house, because I'm a little freaked out about this. Now, I'm hoping most of the Airbnbs I'm staying at, if I remember correctly, do have, this one doesn't, but a lot of them do have like a mini split, so they have like heat and air conditioning. If I have air conditioning, I will be taking the air conditioning. I will not be opening the window to the bugs. So I'm sorry you've learned this about me. If you feel the need to unsubscribe because I really freak out at the bugs in my dwelling, feel free, because I can't back down on this one. This one is hard for me. This one is hard for me. And you know what? Lucy agrees. You want to see how Lucy feels about it? Let me show you. Let me just take you with me for a second. Let's go over and talk to Lucy. Lucy? What are you saying? She has some difficulty sometimes with English, but she's basically saying she doesn't like bugs either. She doesn't like bugs either. And she really was hoping, she said that in Machu Picchu, they didn't have too many bugs because of the elevation. So she's not a fan, and neither am I. Anyway, say hi, Lucy. Hola. Okay. So that's my 3 observations for today's video. I will pick up with this. I think I've gone on way too long with this video. I will pick up with the next video, doing more exploring, more observations, more insights, hopefully. Feel free to comment below. Be kind. And I'll see you in the next video. And don't forget to give this video a like. I don't have, those little things up on the wall for doing like and stuff. So I have to remind you occasionally. So please hit the like button. Anyway, until next time, be kind always and keep moving forward. Take care. Bye.